two-time Grammy nominee and award-winning songwriter James Newman is here. Hello.
Yay!
So, of course, we're representing the UK at Eurovision this year. Should we have a little chat about Embers?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Okay, so first and foremost, just how are you doing with COVID? Kind of lockdown. Obviously, it's getting better, but how are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. You know, it's been pretty rubbish for everyone, hasn't it? And you know, everyone's getting through it in their own different ways. But it feels like there's like a light at the end of the tunnel now. So I'm really excited to kind of be able to go and see my friends and my family again, and leave the house would be quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. So kind of just go like talk about Embers. Like a lot. Obviously, you were selected last year to go for the UK. You've been reselected for 2021. Yay! So a lot of artists, I believe it's in like the 20 to 25 range, are coming back this year from last year, and a lot of them have chosen to quite a similar song to last year. You, on the other hand, have done something very different to My Last Breath this time around. Why did you kind of decide to go for something totally different, and what does Embers mean to you in comparison to My Last Breath?
Well, I think like when I wrote My Last Breath, it was before COVID. I even knew what COVID was, and you know, we lived in such a different time then, so it felt right to do like a ballad and kind of go with like a power thing to Eurovision. But you know, after everything we've gone through, and like the song I wanted to sing this year was definitely not like a ballad on stage. I wanted to come with something fun and exciting, and something that I could like dance around to, and that felt like people could have a party to. So when we were writing it, we were like, you know, let's do something along those lines.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's needed in these times. But, yeah, and I mean, kind of with the contrast between the two, somebody kind of raised quite an interesting point. I saw somebody said you've gone from like ice in My Last Breath to fire with Embers. Intentional, or?
I honestly didn't even think about that until I saw someone mention it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, it's like going through the elements. It's like, you know, but no, it wasn't intentional, but it's kind of cool how it worked out like that, I think.
Yeah, you're coming back in 2022 with a song about the earth.
Yeah, about wind and rain.
Have like kind of with your, obviously you're hugely successful songwriter, and a lot of kind of your more famous songs are these upbeat kind of EDM-tinged kind of songs, like so the work you've done with Rudimental and with Calvin Harris, and of course your brother John. Have those kind of songs, have they influenced Embers in any way, kind of in that decision to go towards that sound?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I was thinking about like what song I wanted to do, I was like, well, I should just do what I've done best that always reacts well, you know. And I was thinking about like watching Blame, you know, the Calvin Harris and my brother singing it at Coachella, like, and there's thousands of people just having the best time ever. And I was like, I need to just write a song that's like that, where I'm doing it's me that's the singer, not my brother this time. So, you know, those, and when I've sang with Armin van Buuren in Ibiza in front of like 5,000 people with an upbeat song, I was like, that's kind of like the hype, that's the fun. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. Well, I think this year at Eurovision, where they, you know, if they've announced that there's going to be like 3,000 people in the audience now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, you know, that is going to be an atmosphere that, I mean, that's going to be one of the best atmospheres there's ever been, I think. So the fact that I can do a dance song and something that I feel comfortable with doing, because that's what I've done before, I'm really happy that I get to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the crowd, I believe, are mostly going to be Dutch. And I mean, there's so many famous kind of EDM acts from the Netherlands as well. I suppose that's a bonus too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
So, kind of, obviously, before you were selected for Eurovision, you may or may not have had one view of Eurovision, but now you have been fully immersed in it for well over a year. Has your opinion on what the perfect song to send to Eurovision changed between before and after, on what you believe would work at Eurovision in this time that you've been so intensely involved with it?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure, because I was, you know, like I tried to study before I did it last year. I tried to study like winning songs and like if there was a formula to winning, and we even had like some some people that knew so much about Eurovision winning songs that sent us like a brief and stuff. But then you look at that brief and then you put it to songs that have won, and there's never anything that's the same, right? Every year it's a different style of song or whatever. I think it's whatever feels right at the time, and whoever performs really well on the night, I think, really helps. So I honestly don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
but I think one thing I suppose you've got to do is perform something that you feel like, that feels like you, and that you feel honest singing, and that people can connect to, and then hopefully that will translate across the board, and people will see that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you say, you can get anything different. So from like Loreen through to Duncan Lawrence last year couldn't be much more different. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
definitely no formula. With Embers, I have to ask: has Wim Hof heard Embers?
I don't know, actually. I think he might have, because some people from the group that I'm in, the WhatsApp group, who are like we're called the Ice Disciples. They were all like, "Oh, we love Embers, James, we love it." So hopefully Wim's heard it as well. That'd be great if he has.
That would be.
Yeah.
So obviously last year, with the Ice theme and with the whole Wim Hof kind of theme around it, you had this massive staging. And I appreciate you probably can't reveal too much about your staging at the moment. But is there any way kind of it's on the same scale? Is it kind of the same? Is it as intense as it kind of sounded last time? Because it sounded brilliant for 2020. That you're allowed to tell us.
Okay, well, I obviously can't say much. But I mean, obviously last year I was so gutted because it felt like it was going to be an amazing spectacle. So I mean, this year it's a totally different song, and it's a totally different vibe. The staging's got to kind of go with the song, and like there's a few cues in the song that could point towards some staging things, like light up the room and all this kind of stuff. And also, I mean, one thing I can say is that I've been learning quite a few dance moves.
How are your dance classes going? I saw that you kind of said.
It's going.
Love it. Have you done much dancing before, or is this like totally new to you?
I was once in like a theatre production of the Motown version of The Wiz, like The Wizard of Oz, and I was the Tin Man. but that's about it, really. So I mean, I like dancing when I go out, but it's a bit different to being like told different moves. So but it's just practice, and I'm having a fun time doing it. So.
I mean, it's always interesting to immerse in something new, and I mean, for a show of this scale, it sounds great. I'm really pleased you are doing the dance, because the music video is so energetic. I think people were so pleasantly surprised at kind of what you have brought this year. Can we see hints from the music video, or more importantly, are you bringing the fur coat? Like,
I really don't want to give too much away because then it won't be a surprise. But I want to kind of take elements from the video and keep that kind of party feeling going. So, yeah.
Are you gutted to be missing Glastonbury because they're doing a stream on the same day?
I've been to Glastonbury a few times, so I know how it feels. So,
I suppose you'll be a little bit busy that day. How did you feel when you heard of the newsstands, your fan base?
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I'm so happy. I love those guys. I'm in a chat group with them, and we chat regularly. And I think we're doing a Zoom chat tomorrow evening.
I'm going to be there. So I spoke to one of them and said I was speaking to you today, and they were like asking me if he's taking the bins out. I don't know what the context is, but that's what they wanted to know.
It's a personal joke.
What's the first thing you are going to do once COVID is over? What's like the thing you are most excited to do, non-Eurovision related?
Hug my mum.
Yes, that is a good answer. In the grand final, say everyone gets to Saturday, you're given 5 votes. If you can give 5 votes and you can give more than 1 vote to one song, who would you vote for of your competitors?
I would vote for Leslie Roy from Ireland.
Yes, great song.
Yeah, great song. I would vote for Tusa Tusse from Sweden. And I'd give a point to Victoria from Bulgaria with her song. Growing up is getting old. I love that song.
I wish I knew, but I can't sing like you, James. No, they're 3 really beautiful songs, especially like Leslie. You know, I think kind of UK and Ireland artists tend to like really get along. It's so lovely how you and Leslie are getting along as well. It's really great to see. Maps is a great song as well. So
it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Leslie.
Definitely.
Well, it has been absolutely wonderful chatting to you, and I genuinely am so excited to see Embers, see that staging, because I refuse to believe it's going to be planned. It's going to be great. And yeah, do you have anything you want to say to all Wee Wee Blogs readers, all the newsstands?
I just want to say to all the Wee Wee Blogs readers, the newsstands, and everyone else who has supported me, I just want to say thank you so much. It really means a lot that everyone's been so nice to me and everyone's like sharing and listening to the song. And I'm going to put on a really good performance for you in Rotterdam. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Excellent news. Well, thank you so much, James. And yeah, good luck in Rotterdam.
Thank you, Lucy.